Dick, letsgoracingparx.com, your feature story this week on a great guy, a trainer, Ron Glorioso.
Been here longer than anybody, Keith. And
Really?
And he's got stories. I mean, he got here 25 days before the track opened in 1974, and there's nobody who has stories and can tell them like the great man, Ronnie G.
Well, you had a chance to talk, spend a minute with Ronnie. Here's more.
Some people can claim they were here first when the track was known as Keystone, but Ron Glorioso arrived on October 10th of 1974, 25 days before the track opened. Ronnie, what was it like back then?
It was a ghost town. You know, Frank Gabriel Sr., him and George Ritter walked me up to the racetrack because they called us and asked us if we could come in and help them do the commercials before they opened. So I'm looking around, and George was really proud of the racetrack. He was one of the best track superintendents there ever was, right? So I turned around and I said to Frank, well, where do you want me to go? He said, pick a barn out. I says, well, we're at the half-mile pole. I said, can I go into 14? Frank said, yeah, take whatever stalls you want, he said. And I was there for 40 years till they tore it down.
And your partner in those commercials is none other than Don Meredith, is that true?
What a gem he was. That's one of the nicest guys and gentlemen I was ever around. Kept you in stitches the whole time he was here. Harry Rossi was his agent. That's why they were able to get him.
And Ronnie, in the 44 years you've been here, now certainly recently, everything has changed. Did you ever imagine you'd see purses like they are and all the other things that are happening for the horsemen on the backstretch?
No, never. Total shock, okay? Man, made a special weight was 10,000 back then. Today it's 47, you know? The other then was 10, too. Oh, unbelievable.
And Ron, you told me a great story about you almost bought or were thinking about buying a particularly legendary horse. What's the deal?
We go back to 75. I'd spent like 5 years with Pete Durfee between Liberty Bell and here. Very sharp trainer, only carried 3 or 4. He had that filly Swedish Charm. That's a family of my Charmer, etc. And all, you know, Castleman's. So when he went back that fall, he says, Ron, he said, there's a yearling colt here. He says, the best thing I've seen in 50 years, right? I said, what do you want from him? He said, they want 20,000, a little crooked, he says, but I think he'll override it. So I went to a partner of mine, and I said, listen, there's a colt in Kentucky. I says, Pete says the best thing he's seen in 50 years. And he was no dummy. He had a lot of real good horses, Pete, right? But his age was getting to him. He was in his late 70s, right? You can buy this colt for $20,000. So I went to my partner. He says, there ain't no horse in the world worth $20,000. Well, he happened to be Seattle Slew in the following year. I told him, yeah, you were right, Gene. He wasn't worth 20. They just syndicated him for $12 million.